Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric and I am the Fraudiophile, and on this channel we talk about records, we're going to talk about audio equipment and everything else in between. So if you're so inclined, please like and subscribe to my channel. Today I have a stack of records in my lap. We're going to talk about Sunday morning records. So when you think about Sunday morning, put on a pot of coffee, time to relax, take it easy, and enjoy the last day of the weekend. So for me personally, on Sunday mornings, I like to keep it nice and relaxed. I would say Americana is the genre that I listen to the most, but I've got a pretty wide array of what we listen to. But for the most part, everything on Sunday mornings for me is going to be pretty calm and chill. So the first record I want to talk about is what's probably, as of right now, which is 4th of July weekend, in 2024, my favorite record of the year thus far, and that's Tiger's Blood by Waxahachie. So Katie Crutchfield is the artist, goes by Waxahachie, super tight band, was able to see them earlier this year in St. Paul, just fantastic live. Her songwriting has gotten so much more depth to it over the past few records. So Tiger's Blood came out this year. St. Cloud came out during COVID, really was a great record to get myself and many others through COVID. But fantastic songwriter, great singer, collaborates with MJ Lenderman, who's quickly becoming one of my favorite artists as well on this. If you haven't heard this one, check it out. It's probably going to be for sure on my top 5, top 10 for the year. You're going to see it on a lot of record critics as well, having this in their top list for 2024. So let's stick with the Americana theme and talk about one of the original Americana bands, one that has spawned a couple others as well. That's Uncle Tupelo and their record Anodyne. Love Uncle Tupelo, love pretty much all of their records. Anodyne is definitely my favorite. It's the last full record that they put out before Jay Farrar moved on, before Jeff Tweedy moved on to form Wilco, and like I said, Jay Farrar moved on to form Sunvolt. But this is back when they were still able to tolerate each other. When I think of Americana, this is the first album that comes to my mind. There's also a prompt I saw quite a few years ago, like, what is your go-to record when you don't know what else to play? And this has been it for me for many, many years. Love this. Slate, A Cuff Rose, The Long Cut is probably my favorite off of this. Just a great album from beginning to end. One other thing with this record, if you do subscribe, I'm going to be giving away a copy of this in the very near future as I try to add a few subscribers. Once we hit a certain number, we'll do a giveaway, and Uncle Tupelo's Anodyne, Still Sealed, is going to be the record I give away. Again, keeping with the Americana theme, some would call this Americana, some would call it outlaw country. Just another one of my favorite artists, and that's Sturgill Simpson, somebody who is really his own person. Nobody else out there in music like Sturgill. He calls it like he sees it. Doesn't pander to any, country music. Doesn't pander to anyone. Just makes the kind of music he wants to make. This is meta-modern sounds in country music, which is really his breakthrough album. Since then, he's moved a little further away from the country side of things. Done some bluegrass records. Done some more pure rock records. But this one is probably my favorite. Turtles All the Way Down, which is the first track off of this record, is fantastic. And again, how many what you would consider country or Americana artists, when asked what a song's about? Drugs. That's exactly what Sturgill says. Doesn't pull any punches, just a fantastic artist. Great record to throw on Sunday morning while drinking a cup of coffee. Sturgill follows in the vein of many other what you would consider outlaw country artists. If you think outlaw country, gotta be Willie, right? Redheaded Stranger, Poncho and Lefty. It's probably my favorite song off this record. But the medley is cool. Just how the same theme goes through the entire record. I'm pretty sure if you're a music fan, you've heard Redheaded Stranger at one point in your life. If you haven't listened to it lately, though, throw this on. It's fantastic. It's just, it's so good. It's pure Willie. Somebody who I've never seen live. He's out there performing this year. He's up there. He's over 90. I'd love to see Willie at least once. But yeah, throw him on Sunday morning. Great Sunday morning record. Another one of my favorite artists, somebody who I've seen multiple times and who I've talked about on some of these videos before, is Jason Isbell. And this is something more than free. This is the follow-up to his big breakthrough record of Southeastern. Southeastern's probably my favorite Isbell record, but it's pretty heavy. And when I say heavy, not heavy music, but really heavy when it comes to the lyrics, the themes. Something More Than Free's a little bit lighter, but nothing by Isbell truly is light. I would argue he is the best songwriter out there today making music. And if you haven't had a chance to see his live band, the 400 unit play, they're fantastic. They're so tight. Sadler Vaden, his guitarist, I'm afraid at some point he's probably going to end up leaving his band because he's starting to make more of his own solo music, and it's probably going to blow up someday too. But love Jason Isbell. Great, mostly acoustic album. Fantastic for Sunday mornings. Let's go a little bit older now. Most of these have been relatively new. When I say relatively new, in the last 20 years or so. What about Van Morrison, Moondance? This starts off with And It Stoned Me, moves right into Moondance. Just a nice, chill album, something I can listen to anytime, but Sunday mornings when you want something mellow, this is, for me, the one to listen to when it comes to Van Morrison. So let's go in a little different direction this time. We've talked mostly country, we've talked mostly acoustic, Americana type music. How about a little vocal jazz? Getz Gilberto, one of my favorite jazz records. This is Stan Getz. This is what really kicked off the bossa nova craze back in the day. Very mellow, very cool album to listen to. Just like the vibe that this has to it. Not a huge vocal jazz guy, although I mentioned something in my last video as well with Chet Baker Sings, but occasionally I like some vocal jazz. More of a hard bop kind of guy, but this is the type of thing that really hits a spot on Sunday mornings. Let's go with somebody we lost in the last couple of years. John Prine. Another fantastic singer-songwriter. When I talk about Isbell and how great of a singer-songwriter he is, John Prine was his hero. John Prine is who he wanted to write like. Both Prine and Isbell can tell a story in 3 minutes that is like reading a novel. And that's what I like most about Prine. It's what I most like about Isbell. Again, very chill, very mellow album. This is Prine's self-titled, his first album. I'm sure you'd know a few songs in here. I think my favorite is probably, could be any of them. Angel from Montgomery is probably my favorite on this though. Love John Prine, very chill, very kickback Sunday morning album. Let's see, Bon Iver. Can't go wrong with Bon Iver. This is For Emma, Forever Ago. If you don't know Bon Iver, he's moved much more. It's Justin Vernon, who's from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, which is just a quick hour-and-a-half drive away from where I live. This is his breakup album, I guess you could call it. After breaking up with his girlfriend, he went up to his dad's cabin in northern Wisconsin with pretty much nothing but some recording equipment, a guitar, and some copies of some old TV show that he watched where they kept saying have a bon hiver, which means have a good winter in this show. It's slipping me what show it is. I know it'll come to me before this video ends. But again, very, very cool, very acoustic. Pretty much nothing but acoustic guitars on this record. Love Justin Vernon's voice. This is really where he found himself as an artist and then has moved on from there. Another artist who I've seen live and is absolutely fantastic, but this is a great chill record. And my last pick, can't go Sunday morning without listening to a little bit of Bob Dylan. Blonde on Blonde would have to be my choice of Bob's discography to listen to on Sunday mornings. I think Blood on the Tracks is probably my favorite album of his. Again, much like I talked about with Isbell before, pretty heavy to listen to on Sunday mornings. I want something that's kind of mindless, doesn't make me think way too much of Blonde on Blonde. It hits that spot for me. So last thing I want to add to this, and this is something I'm going to start doing in all my future videos, talking to my wife, Shawna, we're going to start doing Shawna's pick for every one of these top 5, top 10 lists, and asked her what your favorite Sunday morning record is. She said Miranda Lambert's Palomino. I don't know much about this. I've listened to this maybe once. I thought it was actually pretty good. She said it actually has kind of a Dolly Parton feel to it. And I trust her judgment, so I think it probably does. But this would be Shawna's pick for Sunday morning music. All right, well, thanks for watching the video again today. And if you would please subscribe, it's really helping my channel. After the last video, I started to gather a few more subscribers and getting a lot of comments on more and more of my videos. So it's nice to start building community around here. Have a good one.